Black boy, tell me how you really feel. I just wanna build with you. Black girl, tell me how you really feel. I just wanna keep it real with you. I wanna live better, eat better. I wanna love better, sleep better. I wanna feel so aligned, sublime. One time for the state of mind, two times for elevated rhymes. No, I architected when I lay design. I drown.
Why do women gravitate towards projects and then complain about the project being a project instead of the guy saved his dominoes in your phone who you know is ready to give you the world, but you don't really want him? So like, why do black women tend to have a preference for the project over the good dude?
Yeah.
And again, you can answer this as yourself. You can answer this from the perspective of like conversations you've had with other women. You're in, the thick of things more than me as a nigga. So I can only go off of speculation, but you know what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I think that a lot of women out here, including myself at one point, are very broken. And good relationships, as far as being able to accept a person that's just good to you and you know they're good for you and they might not be able to check all of the boxes, but you're like, okay, I see this person and they're really good for me. Let's go ahead and settle it down. That comes from like a deep sense of just like a healed individual. So like if you're just like broken, I feel like you're always groveling for something. So women want that man that's like, they don't exactly treat me the way that I want to be treated. Like, we know that nigga don't treat you right. But if you're not healed enough to understand how someone is supposed to treat you, then none of it really matters. And we weren't really, okay, I can't say we. I'm going to say the people that I have come in contact with. We weren't like given step-by-step instructions on like, this is exactly how things should go. It was just kind of like going with the flow type of thing. And when you do that and you have so many like external influences, like friends in high school, college, education system, all of the things, it's easy to get side railed and it's easy to be influenced. So if we're not healed, our parents aren't healed and our grandparents aren't healed. And it's just like a whole cycle of things. So yeah, that's my answer to that question.
Okay. So they've done like surveys where like, let's say a male influencer or, I'm actually about to combine two questions. A male influencer or stylist, for instance, will put on a suit and that type of swag and, go out and carry out a survey with women, like, and then he would go out again in street style and carry out a survey. And the survey was like, which style do you prefer? The overwhelming majority of women voted street style over the suits. And when I say suit, like these are tailored James Bond looking niggas. So the first question is, why is that? Mm-hmm. The second half of that question that kind of ties into the first half is, you know who Broderick Hunter is? He's a male model.
He has the wife or the girlfriend that's chocolate kind of.
Yeah. But good looking dude, handsome dude, right?
Absolutely.
They did a social experiment with him as well, where they put him in a bar setting. This was staged, obviously. And they recorded him with two different demeanors, and then they showed the recordings to a group of women. The first demeanor was more of a... So in both clips, he was sitting at the bar trying to get the attention of some woman at the other side of the room, right? Mm-hmm. And the first one, he was more like stoic, more somber, almost like, You know what I'm saying?
What was he wearing?
Same thing in both. Yeah, the clothes are inconsequential here. This is just the look, right?
Okay.
And then in the second one, he was more so like happy and goofy, like he was smiling, hey, you know. And the overwhelming majority of women voted for the, you know what I'm saying, the serious, stoic, somber guy, the bad enigma guy, right? So the first question is, why are women more attracted to the street style versus the suit style? And why are women more attracted to the more stoic, serious guy, bad boy versus the smiley,
kind of the
happy
opposite.
guy?
Because it's kind of the opposite, right? Okay, so I would say, and this is just my theory, so sometimes, not for me, but some women, and I would say the majority of women, aren't used to men that dress in a certain type of way, as far as suited and booted, pocket thing, like, you know, all of the things that some women they'll like, that'll turn them on, but some women are intimidated by that. So they see the guy that's, in the Nike joggers or whatever, and they're like, oh, okay, I can bag this nigga, or I can talk to this nigga easy. But a nigga that might be suited and booted might be, I don't know, just a little bit more intimidating. They might come off in conversation as far as like, I couldn't keep up with this person. A lot of people, no matter the race, don't really dress like that. They don't, like, on an everyday basis, unless maybe you're like in Wall Street or something. They don't dress, suited and booted. Most people are kind of chill, especially because of the pandemic. Like, you're really probably not going to run into somebody that's like all dressed up. However, attraction, more than likely that woman is attracted to the guy that's like suited. Because when I think of, going to your question, when I think of a guy that's suited, I do think, obviously depending on the person, I do think of somebody that will be a lot more stoic and a lot more aware of his demeanors and like the way he carries himself than maybe somebody that's just more lax. And I know this is just there could be someone stoic that's wearing joggers, but mystery and stoicism and silence is very intriguing to women, and we'll take it back to primal times, like I love to do. I don't trust the goofy nigga to protect my kids, because the goofy nigga is over here having side conversations while the nigga that really runs shit is probably not talking much. Is probably in conversation that's more about business. So not to say, this is kind of probably very much off track. We don't know people. The goofy nigga could be the stoic one behind closed doors. Who fucking knows? But I think that women are more attracted to first impression observant men that are not as talkative. It's an attraction thing. And women are also very talkative and they're very outgoing, this and that. So it's like, we're just probably more attracted to the one that's opposite. That's opposite. Not to say that the one that's not, stoic isn't the nigga running shit, this and that. Women are just more inclined to find the one that is in more control. And a goofy nigga laughing and doing all the things, it's like, all right, calm down. Not as much trust. So, yeah.
Why are y'all in such a rush to get married?
Oh. Okay. Because of biology. Naturally, because of biology. But like societally, because of biology, if you think about it too. You only have but so many years. So it's like, biology says that you need to get her done. But society also like used that and was like, okay, let's hurry up and get it done, I guess you could say. So that's a pretty simple one because of biology. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, to elaborate on that, just so we can make it a little bit more like
Personal? Not so much
black,
logical.
black, because that's what this is about.
Black people.
Yes. Why are you in such a rush to get married at the detriment or disregarding what the guy is ready for, where the guy is mentally?
Well, I mean, I guess like that would assume that the person that you are rushing it for is indeed not ready. There's a lot of men that are out there that women don't choose, and the woman might, be trying to rush it, but they're trying to rush it with the person that they want, quote unquote. So it's like, I don't know. We know that biology says that we want to have kids. So that's the number one thing. Marriage is just the protection that comes with, making sure that if I were to have these children, it's just not me out here in the world. Because in the past, you're like, okay, my grandparents weren't out here in the world, or my grandmother wasn't out here in the world just by herself. So I think that we don't choose very well, right? And we have options to settle down. Every woman has an option to settle down, like tomorrow, for sure. Every woman can settle down.
You said there's dominoes in your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone. I don't care what you look like. Everyone has a nigga that they, I don't know if I can say nigga, but. Okay, everyone has a nigga that they know. If you come to them, you're like, all right, let's get it. They'd be like, bet, let's do it. But those usually aren't the ones that the women like. So that's my answer to that question.